All right, I'm on stream in my live. Am I live? I don't know if I'm live. Shit. I'm over here tweaking. I don't even know if I'm live or not. I'm like, oh, am I live? Oh, don't know if I'm live. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I ain't get all my shit set up, man. I ain't get all my stuff set up. That's right now. Man, but hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all doing good. I have a little intermission. I didn't really think about it until I had to think about it. You know what I'm thinking about? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I didn't really think about it. I just kind of just did it. Didn't really think about everything else. I'm like, man, my phone about to die. Man, my shit about to die. I'm like, I'm over here tweaking. Man, like my shit all tangled up and shit. Oh man, but hey, this is how authentic this shit can get. This is why I like to do this shit live. This is why I like to do live because I don't have to hide shit. I don't like hiding shit. Like it's stupid to try to be a hiding shit. You just do it, you pop it on, you be you, and you just talk. And that's just what I do. Anyway, I hope y'all doing good. I will be making this as a video. This will be a video discussion, pretty much to be posted. So yeah, give me a minute. I'll really break it down to you. Just give me a minute. Shit. Whew. Okay. Let me use this. I don't know. Shit, dude. This gonna be like tweaking. I know I'm gonna use this cable or not. I ain't gonna use this for cable. Plug that cable. How can I see? So yeah, we're gonna just keep it raw and original, just like this. Shit, we just gonna do it just like that, bro. So shit. Just give me a minute. Let me get myself right. Let me get myself right and cool and right, cool and right. Lives. Is it live? Man, it ain't even showing it live, man. What the hell live at, huh? What the hell live at? Put Brotherwork. Boom, boom, bam. Okay. I hate this shit. It be so lame, though, sometimes. All right, here we go. Now I got myself on. Just cast, see the chat, see something. See somebody say something crazy, say something. If they want to say something, it's all good. I allow freedom of speech, but freedom won't not just get your ass whooped too. So hey, it is all good. Just remember that every time you talk shit, somebody out there ready to swing on you. Just know that. And that's just being real, man. Man, because whatever you say on the internet, whatever you say out there in public, people gonna feel how they gonna feel, and they gonna say crazy shit about you because they don't agree with you. They want to disagree with you, but they want to disagree with you in the most irrational way. So if they want to be like that, that is on them. But anyway, anywho, what to do? So it is now time to start the video. We're about to do a live reaction video of Patrick Bet David. Patrick Bet David. He, I'm. You know what? I'm not really so like I'm not really too into what he exactly does. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I really didn't do much research into him like that. But I know like this man is a fucking goddamn millionaire, billionaire, you know what I'm saying? Like he got some money. He got some goddamn money. So that's all I know. But I know he definitely is an investor. I know he did insurance from his past. I did watch a little bit of the video, so I didn't really, you know everything about this video. But I definitely watched part of it, about like 8 minutes upwards, just about. There's gonna be like an ad in there that he does from School of Hard Knocks. So shout out to them. You know, sorry for if I'm using your video for any type of way and taking any money from you. You know, let me know. But hey, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just reacting to your video so I can be able to get content off your content so we can make content money. That's just what I do. I'm sorry, but hey, is what it is. Freedom to do so because I am actually doing it in what they call it, fair use. So enough about that. But I'm just saying we're about to do this video. Going to go and start it. But I did, like I said, it is. I already did watch about 8 minutes, but we're gonna just go ahead and watch it. All right, we're gonna start the video. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. All right, let's start the video.
The wind is pretty solid. How you talking? Very good. Good to meet you. You're everywhere. That's great.
Who am I here with today?
Patrick Bede,
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
250 million.
250 million.
This property we're on right now, the guy that owned this bought it for 25 million in 2018. This was announced that's going on the public market for an auction. 4,400 people were interested in this property. 131 signed an NDA. And then there is the day that everybody's bidding. You have to put $1 million to compete. The day the auction comes. We ended up buying this for $25.2 million cash. We wired the money a week later. We bought the property. This is probably a $40-50 million property. Having cash allows you to pick things up. Unfortunately, not having cash, when the market goes bad, a lot of people don't make it.
They want to become Patrick Bet David wealthy in today's world. They want to become really successful. Your last message.
I said, listen.
All right, so a lot of it he did say though in that beginning part. I had to pause it just for copyright purposes as well. But what he did say on for a lot of that is that part of it he did say that I really grasped on. He did talk about cash. People will get upset about it, but it's just you thinking about it from his world, from where he comes from. His construct of money is totally different from like what everyday person would think about what money is. You know, money, everyday person is like bills and this, that, and the third. But, you know, for him, money is like an investment. So that's what you got to pay attention to. That it's really just an investment. So I'll proceed with the video.
Guys, we're about to go fly out to Miami, Florida to interview multiple $100 million entrepreneur Patrick Bet David. This is a guy who went from debt.
Honeybook completely changed how I do business.
I got ads and shit. Hold on. We're gonna skip that. Even in the edit, we're gonna skip that.
Ed broke as an immigrant to building and selling a company for several $100 million. Guys, this interview that we're about to do with Patrick is going to be a masterclass on all things business, from sales to negotiations to money. You do not want to miss out on this, so stay tuned from start to finish to figure out how you can be just like Patrick and dominate any industry that you're in. Let's head out to Miami and go meet Patrick. Come on.
Let me stop. All right.
The wind is pretty solid. How you talking? Very good. Good to meet you. You're everywhere. That's great. And how old are you, by the way?
22.
Okay. 22 years old. What you're doing is very important. Specifically that you're 22 years old doing this. Imagine how many billions of people have watched your message, whether it's TikTok or Instagram.
All right, let me pause it right there. Actually, one thing I do mention that there's a lot more younger people nowadays that are becoming millionaires and are becoming way more successful than like the average, adult. So I just want people to understand that there's kids, there's not even kids. These are young adults, if not adults, you could say, that are making millions of dollars right now. I could give you one good example right now. Mac Mulla, shout out to him though. I be watching all his videos, but yeah, Mac Mulla, that's one I could give for a really good ass example. And that's a strong ass example too, because this man came from like nothing. So he really know he came from the trenches doing this shit. So shout out to him for real, like respect for that. But yo, real shit. I'm just saying there's people out here. That's just one example, but there's millions more from the millionaires of the young entrepreneurs. So just keep that in mind. To all the people that's old and thinking that, all they gotta do is work all their lives, trust me, they can do bullshit and still make way more money than you. So definitely lock in.
very important what you're doing. If you want to do it here with the wind, you're not worried about the wind? You're good with that?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So go for it.
Right over here?
yeah,
Right over
we
here?
can step right over here.
Awesome. Who am I here with today?
Patrick Bedig.
And for those that don't know, what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
First one was insurance. Now it's media and consulting.
Yeah, you built your wealth in insurance. There's a saying that I love: concentration builds wealth, diversification keeps it. At what point should an entrepreneur begin to diversify?
I would put the number 10 billion plus. When I first got in, I read a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. And we had an emergency meeting with 20, 30 of us. We got in and I said, I want you to help us find a blue ocean for the company. At the time, I was selling life insurance. You're talking disability, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, variable annuities. I said, we're not doing all that. We eliminated everything. I'm serious, 766, 31, 26 life and health. I use.
Okay, so one thing I will break down too as well, what he did say. So the blue ocean strategy he was talking about. So I don't exactly remember exactly everything that I just looked up on it, but pretty much it was saying about the way of like pretty much having the inevitable. So things that you should do by based on like the sale or how people look at your business and how things are developed. So it's like pretty much you're learning strategies how to be able to make money and how to keep your business sustainable. Now, I will definitely put it up on the screen to really give you like exactly what it said verbatim, but I pretty much got from what that whole, summary from it was that it was pretty much from that in the view of sales. And then also when he said about the 766, and that's all tax code, I will, put that up there if you guys also are interested to know about that too, want to deep dive into it. I kind of deep dived into the tax. I'm trying to learn as well as I grow too. So this is something that I'm really, really trying to learn as well. So, as also me trying to grow and do my own business, I am a shoe seller as well. So, for me growing my own business in Gold Souls, I really, really want to learn and grow as I'm, watching these videos, and as well as I'm taking pretty much my own personal lessons from these things. Because for me, like I said, to even like people that are like millionaires and they making like hella money, even in the insurance field. I've had an interview and I said that I'm a hard drive, and they asked like what kind of person are you, like what do you say, like what do you feel like you are as a person? And I was like, oh, I'm a hard drive. I pretty much keep everything in memory, so everything that I pretty much get from anybody or what I've learned or what I've seen or what I've done, I learned that and based in memory, so I keep that in mind so then I could be able to retract what I'm doing from my past. So everything that I'm doing is like I'm a hard drive. I'm keeping everything locked in memory. And that shit really like blew their mind. So for me saying that is like it's big to them because people don't really take time to really indulge and understand these things. So yeah, I just want to push that out there too. But this is just me breaking down my mental on like how I look at business as well from his mind too. But I'm just more of an up and comer, so I'm really just trying to project it based on what he's thinking. So I'm gonna continue the video.
None of my licenses, but only life insurance. We grew it from 66 agents to we've licensed 60,000 agents, and eventually we sold the company.
Now, you've consulted for some of the biggest companies in the world. In today's world, 8 out of 10 companies don't make it past 5 years. When you're consulting for a company, what's the most common mistake, the number one mistake you're seeing business owners make that prevents them from scaling and having that longevity?
Well, the operator, everything rises and falls on the operator. If the operator isn't maniacally focused in growing the business and isn't emotionally stable, he's going to have a hard time. He's got to be maniacally focused. He's got to be emotionally stable. He's got to be able to understand who to take feedback from and who not to take feedback from. Sometimes when you're first getting started, you may hire somebody with a Harvard degree, like, oh my God, this guy's got a degree from Harvard. He must know more than I do. And you allow that person to change the culture of the company. And then you're like, wait a minute, we just lost what we used to have. Degrees don't mean anything. First, they have to come in and prove to you that they understand what the culture of the company is all about. And you have to have the wherewithal to know I should take this feedback, I shouldn't take this feedback, and then meanwhile drive for the vision. Don't get distracted with the vision.
You guys, this interview with
All right, so yeah, that right there, like, so for pretty much what he said from this point, like, so when he was saying about how you have to be emotionally involved, to be emotionally not really too much emotionally involved, but like more emotionally stable, be able to be more direct and be more involved with your business. Pretty much what he was saying is that you have to be really, really excited and be, really, really like devout to your business and really treat it and cherish it and do everything you need to do from your business, and everything falls on the operator too. So as you, as the sole proprietor, you have to understand that being the operator of the business means that you are the one that call the shots. You make all the movements, you make all the shot calls, you do everything what a boss supposed to do, but not really even a boss. I would say be a leader. So being a leader as an operator, you are pretty much the technician of everything that goes on in your business, and it will pretty much will affect your life. So everything that you're doing has to fall in your life to what your business is. So you have to look at that in that projection. So your life is your business, or your business is your life. You will die with it, and you'll die without it. And either way it goes, you have to know where it's going to go at the end of the day. So projection and key, and where it needs to go. And people that you have around you really does make a difference too, because you can have literally everybody around you that have like Harvard degrees, like he said. You can have like people with like all these different degrees, master's degrees, whatever. They can have all these things. They can have everything in the world when it comes based on the paperwork to make it say, oh, I can do the job. When all they did was just go over there to get the degree, just or get their master's or whatever it may be, and just be like, oh yeah, I did it, and then that's it. Like, say I'm smart, like, and that's it. And it's cool to get that paper, but if you're doing it because you think it's gonna make you money, that's gonna be like the dumbest thing to do. Why don't you do it because you actually have passion for it? But then that paper excels and accelerates you to the top, to where you can be like, you know what? I can run my own business after working for this business, but then at the same time, I can really just get to that point and be able to like take that piece from whatever that they're doing and become even higher when I do my own self. So people, but the thing is, when it comes to college and the university, all that, all they do is they create workers. But you got to be even business minded about what you put your money into. That's an investment within itself. Literally, going to college is a piece of paper that invests into what your future is supposed to be. But then at the same time, if you let yourself be a bot, then you will then fall in line to where everyone else is having 9 to 5 and you get paid this amount of money, and that's all you get all your life. It's a sad world. It crumbles you. It makes you not even want to go to work no more, because you allowed yourself to just be a bot and depend on the job, instead of like, let's work on this job for maybe like 3, 4, 5 years, maybe 6 years, and be like, you know what, I could probably do it myself. And it actually will take away a lot of stress from you, because I'm starting to learn that being away from working these 9 to 5s, working these type of jobs, and it really just depends on who you work for. But at the same time, it's about what's the worth of your time to that company. That's what it really comes down to. So is your time worth it or not? If it's not, then don't do it. And if it is, do it. So it doesn't hurt to have a job, or have a career from a job, but you got to know what your limits, and you got to know your mental when it's time, it's over. I'm at my point, so I feel like everyone else need to reach their point too. So that's just something that I'm thinking of, like, in my thought process of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward to the next part. So let's see. All right, there's an ad.
This holiday season, give a gift that matters. Whoop is the wearable that tracks everything essential for a healthier life: sleep,
inside of this community. But with that being said, let's get back to the interview. Now, throughout your career, in terms of revenue, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
250 million.
250 million. And what took that company from 8 to 9 figures?
Yeah, I'll never forget when I was doing around 10 million a year. I called Tom. I said, Tom, I don't think I'm a good CEO. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm a sales guy, at best a sales leader, and I'm good with money. Like, I'm not a spender. I didn't buy my first Rolex till I was 35 years old. I didn't buy my first Ferragamo shoe till I had $500,000 in the bank. I didn't buy a house until I was 37 years old. So I'm not the one that that's spending all the money. I'm reinvesting into the company. I said, but I don't think I'm an operator. He says, Pat, we need to find a way for you to go be around other CEOs that have ran bigger companies, and you'll learn from them. I went 3 weeks to Boston. I went to this Harvard OPM program, Owner President Management Program. 144 CEOs, 64 countries. The man who was my partner sitting next to me was the founder of the clothes that girls wear. What is that company called? That lingerie, what is the company? Victoria's Secret. He was the Victoria's Secret of New Zealand and Australia. So I said, how big's your business? This is what you can Google me. I Googled a guy net worth $1.5 billion. For 3 weeks, I kept asking him, what is my job as a CEO? He says, I have 7,000 employees and 6 CEOs that report to me. He was the chairman of the board. And he told me, this is the 4 things, okay? You're either one, thinking about linear growth, which is biz dev and systems. You can spend money into your systems or biz dev networking, shaking hands, but it's not going to explode your business. He said exponential growth is at the top. Leadership development or innovative campaigns. For example, like Coke came up with Share a Coke with John. I'm not a Coke drinker, but I'm buying the Coke to share it with John. One great innovative campaign for us when I came back took our business to the next level.
As a multiple 9-figure entrepreneur.
So pretty much what it's saying too is that you have to innovate based on what you have your meaning of your business. So pretty much also that does go back to that Blue Ocean strategy book. Pretty much it says also there's like who can really give a damn about your pretty much your business. Like it's not verbatim what it said, but that's what pretty much what it's saying. It's saying that you know, what is it something like can people even care about your business? Like, well, can you show and give people a reason why they care? So pretty much for Coke doing that, saying like, oh, share a Coke and make it seem like very peaceful and a great thing, you know, to drink that, even though I don't drink sodas, that is like what pretty much captivated, you know, for what it is. So that's what it was. It was about having the image. It's about showing why you should be able to have this product and why people should buy into it. So learning about buying into it or how people buy into it is the key to also help growing your business.
What was the best financial advice that you ever received?
This is not going to be popular to a lot of people.
This one right here.
Always have cash. I remember one time I got a call. The guy says he needs $540,000. He had 2 Wayne Gretzky cards. I said, what kind of cards are they? He says, these are the main cards of Wayne Gretzky, PSA 10 OPG and Topps. I said, I'll give you $540, but I want to pick up the cards in 24 hours. I'm going to send somebody. I need you to meet me at PSA's headquarters in Orange County. Tikron, who happens to be here, he flies out to LA. Yeah, you flew out. You go meet him, picks up the cards, puts it in a new case, brings it back. He's in the airport with $500,000 in his pocket. That card we sold a year and a half later was a Guinness Book of World Record for $2.2 million. This property we're on right now, the guy that owned this bought it for $25 million in 2018, put $7 million of finishes in this. This was announced that's going on the public market for an auction. 4,400 people were interested in this property. 131 signed an NDA. And then there is the day that everybody's bidding. You have to put $1 million to compete. If you don't, you're not competing. The day the auction comes, everyone's sitting there in Zoom, 40, 50 people raising hands, doing the whole thing. We ended up buying this for $25.2 million cash. We wired the money a week later. We bought the property. This is probably a $40, $50 million property. Having cash allows you to pick things up when they're for sale. Unfortunately, not having cash, when the market kind of goes bad, a lot of people don't make it.
I went to a
Yeah, but that's actually a very strong point. People will get mad about that. Oh, you gotta have cash. Well, you gotta have. Oh, well, how am I gonna get the cash? How am I gonna get the cash? You gotta work. You gotta do something. You gotta find your way to get that cash so you can pretty much invest. It's all about investing. So people look at it like, you know, someone that just look at it just trying to get into the business or like trying to get into a business. They'll be like, oh, what? Well, why would you say about cash? Why would you need cash? Like, you know, that's like a cliche of saying things like, that's hella fucked up. Because you got money, why would you say that? It's not about that. It's not about having cash. It's about taking the money that you get, even if you have a job or a 9 to 5 or whatever it is. And if you are living paycheck to paycheck, you got to find another way to be able to help you make that extra little cash in your pocket so then you can make those proper investments so that you can start making more money. So you got to have cash to actually make more money. You have to invest to be able to make more money. So you cannot say that, oh, it's a cliche and a fucked up way of thinking. No. If you got the cash to play the game, then you got the cash to play the game. If you don't, then you need to go ahead and fall back, retract, resurface, and re-put yourself right back in this situation to where you can go ahead and get some money. If you don't have the money, then you got to figure it out. That's all it is. refocus, and regain control. Get your money. It's not a hard concept. It's fucked up to if you're just really struggling, but you gotta really, really think about it. There's people right now on TikTok doing crazy shit for less than like a minute, if not a minute, and they're making hundreds of dollars on bullshit. So if you're telling me it's hard out here to make money, you got to really think about it. Like there's so much other ways to make money. Even if you're doing this paycheck to paycheck, hey man, end of the day, you there's so many avenues. You just got to figure it out. And I mean, it sucks, but sometimes in just life, you just got to figure this shit out. And it's hard. I know. Just got to figure it out. That's all.
Mastermind in March 2023, and there was a saying that great businessmen a lot of time are terrible content creators, and great content creators are terrible businessmen. What's been your secret to creating wealth in media?
Well, that's the concept with trifecta. The market's going to tell you if you know what you're doing or not. Like right now, I was telling you earlier, billions of views you've gotten, you've proven that you know what you're doing. Now, operating, different story, right? The operating aspect is day to day. Content creation, it's brutal. You're either able to get the attention of people or you can't. I'll never forget this. Beginning stages of the business, Mario comes up and he takes out an iPhone. He says, "Pat, let's start a YouTube channel." At the time, I was only creating content for my insurance agents that was unlisted. Wasn't public, it's private, unlisted. We started, I said, let's see if the market likes the way I communicate. 2 years later, we're blown up. We have around 1,000 subscribers. Nobody watches our content, including my family. Then we adjusted. I went to an event, and at the event, they said, pick one word. The one word for me became business and entrepreneurship. The next 5 years, every content we created, most of the videos at the end of it, it had one title in it: raising money as an entrepreneur, hiring people as an entrepreneur, hiring people as an entrepreneur. 2 years later, 50% of the videos on page one were from our channel, and that's how I started growing. But the market's going to tell you, you can either speak, you can either are good for video, or you're good at writing. Everybody has one of those three abilities to get their message out.
Now, I know in a podcast I saw you mention that there's 4
Yeah, keywords are very strong. So always having a keyword will always get you driven to other search menus or search bars or in the algorithm. So pretty much people are looking for strong words. So strong words like entrepreneur. Like honestly, if I did not see young entrepreneur or just the word entrepreneur, I probably would have never clicked on this video. It's just a strong word. And it's only strong for the people who are mentally there to want to be entrepreneurs. So if you're an entrepreneur, more likely you watched this video already. Pretty much the tactic worked, didn't it? I don't know.
categories that everybody needs to be reading about: human nature, sales, negotiation, and money. What has been your secret to sales throughout your career?
Needs analysis with everybody. It doesn't matter. When my kids, I have 4 kids, every day I do needs analysis with them. What's a needs analysis? I like baseball. I want my son to be a professional baseball player. I'm a Yankees guy, so I want him to go want to be a baseball player. He could care less about baseball. He loves watching baseball, doesn't like playing baseball. I do a needs analysis. Loves soccer. We put him in soccer. Now he's excelling. I talk to my oldest son. Could care less about sports, but he likes kickboxing and he loves politics. So I take him when the Trump interview came in. He came and met President Trump. I take him to certain places because he's interested in politics. Clients, needs analysis. I'm asking you what's important to you, maybe different than what's important to me. In the sales business, very few salespeople master the art of needs analysis. The more I do needs analysis with you, asking you the question that's important to you, then I can make the recommendation based on what's important to you, instead of just jumping to a conclusion, thinking whatever I sold to him, I can sell to you. The art of needs analysis. What is in the
That is a fucking strong point. People need to listen to that one right there. You need to have a strong need of analysis. The strong need of analysis. So pretty much, if I was to try to sell you this shoe, so for example, if I was like, okay, you're an everyday shoe wearer, right? And all you do is wear like sports shoes or like certain type of running shoes or whatever shoes that may be like that. So let's say you're just more of an everyday running shoe type of person. I was like, but if you are more into like things like an Asics, or you're into stuff like an Adidas, but you never tried New Balances or Hoka's or, you know, any other brands that have like the comfort and support, I would pretty much want to try to sell you that based on the reason why you need it. Like why you need it. What can we come to agreement based on not only just the sale of the product, but then at the same time, what is the value of this product to you? Why is this even worth buying? So if this is worth buying to you, I'm willing to make a deal with you based on price, especially me being a new person or whatever it may be. I want to help you out at the same time, help me out by giving me a little cash, but then at the same time, I just helped you out by just the number. So if I gave you a discount number and that's just off a personal sale, then that's what I did for you. I gave you the best quality of everything that I got for a cheaper price, and that's all you're gonna get from me, because that's what I want from you from the first place, is that, hey, I want you to be able to have this shoe because you want to be comfortable. That's my whole idea, is to help you get the whole shoe idea. I want to be able to not only get the sale, of course we all want the money, let's not act like we don't want the money, we all want the money, but at the same time, what is the purpose of you even buying the shoe in the first place? Not because you want to just give me money. No, there's a need for it. There's a need for you having the shoe. So of course I want to make my money, but of course I want to be able to compensate, appease, and be able to find a middle ground. I would say find a middle ground. Nothing to be contested. Just something that we can both agree on. That, okay, this is the sale for me to you, but what is your purpose if you wanted to buy it besides me just coming up to you saying, hey, I want to sell it? I mean, we gotta talk, but we gotta talk though. We gotta be real. We gotta be reasonable. That's it.
Brain, by the way, how awesome is this, huh?
You exited a company for 9 figures. You've been at the table with some hitters. What is your best negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Not putting yourself in a position where you are desperate. Whenever you are in a position of desperation, you're always going to get underpaid, and you'll make a bad move that could cost you $100 million. I'll tell you what happened with me. First time guy came to want to buy our company. He's walking around our facility. He says, do you mind if I talk to all your employees? I said, go talk to everybody you want. You were there. He goes and talks to everybody. Then we're going to dinner that night at this restaurant called Chamberlain's in Dallas. We sit down. It's me, his CFO. Boom, they have the money to buy the business. We follow up. They make the offer. Here's the offer. The offer was a small offer, $120 million. Okay. He said, however, the reason why we're making this offer and we're only giving you 50% up front is we need you to stay with us for 5 years. I said, why is that? He says, when I walked around your facility and talked to everybody, I asked them, how hard does he work? And they all said, you are the hardest working person in the company. You're there 7 days a week. We can't buy the business because you're running the company. I said, I can't sell it to you. So I had a new strategy. I left Texas. I moved to Florida 4 years ago. I hired 5 new C-suite executives. They ran the business. The next time around, when they came and interviewed with everybody, they said, Pat's only here once every 6 months. And I'm running by Tim and our consulting firm here. Then I got more than two times the valuation I got just because we were patient, not desperate. We waited 2 years.
When it comes to the way that people look at money, what
Yeah, okay. So another way I'm gonna break this down too is that pretty much what he's saying is, do not be desperate to be able to make any type of sales. Don't be too desperate to try and make something happen immediately. Just take your time, chill, think about it, especially if you already got something going on. Make sure you have something going on for yourself first before you're trying to deal with other people in sales. That is a very strong thing to think about too. Don't just think about making a sale. Think about also your own personal growth and your own personal monetization on you. After that, then you could figure out, okay, if I make these sales with this person, make the sale with that person, you could then be able to, stretch out some time, work on you, but stretch out some time, do your own thing. You're not thinking about the sale. You're not feeling desperate, being like, oh yeah, here, I'm giving you this for $100,000 instead of it, being like 250,000. I'm gonna give you $100,000. I'm gonna lose about like, I'm gonna have about like 10,000 in profit, but hey, I just trying to sell it. Like, I mean, I'm just making up numbers, but it's just, you get the gist. It's just you're trying to find a way to get a sale instead of it just being like, okay, organically letting it come to its time that, hey, it's the right time. You got to make the right moves and then make it to where you can make it comfortable for the person to be able to buy it. Or not even just that, but at the same time, just being able to evaluate the situation for what it is. You probably need to figure it out and give it some time and let somebody else figure it out and run the ball with the company and do whatever they need to do with it. So it's all about being able to make the right moves and make a good transition when you need a transition. And that's all it is.
What separates middle class from people who are able to build that long-term generational wealth like yourself in today's world?
What you're feeding yourself and what you're thinking about money. I mean, at some point in your life, my dad and I are having a conversation about life and marriage. And he's telling me certain fears that he has about marriage. And I said, Dad, time out. I don't want to hear that. He says, why? I said, I don't want to believe that's the truth. You may believe that. I don't want to believe that's the truth. My mother about money. I'm not buying that. So you have to, at one point in your life, refuse to buy into the philosophies that your parents and loved ones sell to you. If it doesn't make sense, question it. Don't believe it.
Oh damn, it started raining.
Your last message to somebody out there.
Damn. But yeah, so pretty much is like I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta hear that shit one more time. I gotta hear it one more time because I was getting hella distracted. I ain't gonna lie.
Like yourself in today's world.
What you're feeding yourself and what you're thinking about money. I mean, at some point in your life, my dad and I are having a conversation about life and marriage. And he's telling me certain fears that he has about marriage. And I said, Dad, time out. I don't want to hear that. He says, why? I said, I don't want to believe that's the truth. You may believe that. I don't want to believe that's the truth. My mother about money. I'm not buying that. So you have to, at one point in your life, refuse to buy into the philosophies that your parents and loved ones sell to you. If it doesn't make sense, question it. Don't believe it.
That's a strong message though. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to like really grasp it. I'm trying to really like feel for it. Actually, let me check mine. Oh snap, that's not really HD. Wow. So hold on, I'm trying to really like grasp what he's saying. I want to really grasp that. Like I really do want to grasp
I
that.
hired 5 new C-suite executives once every like that just because
Class.
patient, not desperate. We waited 2 years.
When it comes to the way that people look at money, what separates middle class from people who are able to build that long-term generational wealth like yourself in today's world?
What you're feeding yourself and what you're thinking about money. I mean, at some point in your life, my dad and I are having a conversation about life and marriage. And he's telling me certain fears that he has about marriage. And I said, Dad.
Okay.
He says, why? I said, I don't want to believe that's the truth. You may believe that. I don't want to believe that's the truth. My mother about money. I'm not buying that. So you have to, at one point in your life, refuse to buy into the philosophies that your parents and loved ones sell to you. If it doesn't make sense, question it. Don't believe it.
Okay, so I had a little slow ass one because I was trying to like really hear it. I wanted to really understand what it was saying, like what Patrick was saying, because I was just like, okay, marriage. So marriage, yeah, people would say like, oh, marriage is gonna take my money. People, blah, 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 whatever, it's or whatever. Just the whole stigma about marriage, hey. It's pretty much that's really based on how you view yourself in your life and how you want to move and how people feel about somebody will be gone and then somebody takes the money and then somebody else get these things and da da da. There's a lot of things that go into it. Life and death and then marriage, da da da. It's just really you just have to focus on what you believe in. That's all it really is. Just believe in what you believe in and just don't go into the philosophies or whatever everyone else may think. Just think for you instead of thinking for thinking what everyone else is thinking. Think for yourself and really understand what your life want to be instead of what people tell you what life should be or what things should look like.
Your last message to somebody out there. They want to become Patrick Bet David wealthy in today's world. They want to become really successful. Your last message.
A guy sends me a manette and he says, hey, Pat, where I'm living at right now, nobody believes in money. No entrepreneurs in my country. Nobody in my family made money. None of all this stuff. He's just saying how it doesn't exist around. I said, listen, when I was coming up, there was no youth. There was nobody to follow and seek inspiration for content. Nobody in the world has an excuse today to learn and win at the highest level. If you're living in a place that you don't have access, different story. But everybody today has access to information to be able to change their life. Do not buy into the mindset that it's too hard because your parents were divorced. If you grew up in a poor family, don't buy into any of that stuff. Anytime. Hey.
You guys.
Yeah, no, that real shit too. That's real shit. Because because people believe in that there's like no hope. People really believe that like really there's like no hope whatsoever. Wherever the situation that they're at, where they believe that, oh, it's so hard for me to get money and everyone else making money and or there's like no entrepreneurs over here and where I'm at, yeah, like if it's really that hard to where it's like you're in a situation where you just cannot actually grow and you're stuck in this type of lifestyle, then I mean, it's really hard to say what to do or how you should move or how you should go about it. But I mean, eventually people that are courageous still find their way out and they'll find their way to where they want to be at in life. So that is very key based on that. If you know, if you're in that situation, unfortunately, but hopefully, you know, for those who do want to be able to strive and get out there and do it, go ahead and do it. I'm trying to do it so anyone can do it as well. So yeah, but yeah, money is definitely out there to be made. There's so much you can do. You don't even need to even make a sale to make money. You don't even need to make money off other people to make money. You don't need to do all that corny shit, scamming and doing dumb shit. You don't have to do none of that. You could just go ahead and pop a YouTube video up and be able to find a way to make some money. You could find so many other ways to even like do just like affiliate marketing. You could do just off of like having a website, doing a blog. Like you can just be a gamer. We could do so many things. You could just use your clips as just for like people to use in their fucking TikTok videos. Like you could do so many things. You could use AI to even use that for your advantage too. You could do so much. It's ridiculous how much you can really find a way to make money. And it's just that, you know, you're probably not going to be like the mainstream star and being this, that, and the third, but it's about not only just being the mainstream star. It's not even really not even nothing about that. It's nothing about really being that star. And if you are, you can be able to make way more bread and do way more things. But it's like it comes with a lot of consequences too. You know, there's a lot of shit that be going on in industries. I mean, I don't know too much to really say for anybody else's shit, but I know for the shit that I'm around and what I know. But you know, it's a lot of shady shit that does go involved, and there's some shit that do happen that you just gotta just roll with the punches and keep moving with. It just is what it is. Politics is crazy, but money is to be made. Uh, Everything is available, so don't even trip off all the little shit out there people may be feeling. There's always a way to make some bread. So yeah, just always focus up. Be strong in what you do. But let me go ahead and continue the video. Let me start right here.
Hey, you guys, that's a wrap on today's video. I need you guys to like and subscribe for amazing content coming every week with the biggest business moguls in the entire world. And like I said earlier, guys, you guys need to join my private community on School, the School of Mentors, where every week you will get direct mentorship and access to ask questions to the millionaires and the billionaires that I interview on this channel. You do not want to miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Guys, our Black Friday sales live, $30 a month to join, to get access to exclusive masterclasses and being able to talk to and ask questions every week to multi-millionaires, 8-figure entrepreneurs, 9-figure.
But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna cut from there. I mean, you know, all the selling and stuff like that's cool. For those who want to fuck with him, go ahead. Go to what's his name? The School of Hard Knocks. If you want to fuck with him, go ahead and fuck with his program. Go ahead and fuck with him. You know, I ain't knocking him. Go ahead and fuck with him. I encourage everyone to fuck with whoever they want to fuck with. But this is just me just doing a video breaking down of the video of a young entrepreneur interview with Patrick Bet David. So I don't know why it's like kind of hard for me to say it. Patrick Bet David. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do more research, especially on him. Like I seen him a lot, like on TV and on commercials and all types of shit. Like I've seen him in a lot of things, but I never really knew exactly what he did, you know, exactly from his business. But I'm gonna definitely look more into him now just to see what's up, so I can kind of learn and see what his point of views are and what, you know, he looks at and what his strategies are, just to see what's up. But yeah, definitely go ahead. If you all like the video, go ahead hit the like. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the post notification bell anytime I go live, make a video. You know what I mean? If anything comes up, what I do, just go ahead and hit that bell, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you believe anything that he said, anything that he said on this video that was cool to you, anything you may disagree with, anything that you inspired from. Just go ahead and put it in the comment section, let it be known. I will definitely be responding to people. I'm very much open-minded to all the comments. If you even come here to talk shit, I'm all in. I love it. It's all part of the internet. It's all part of the game. We're supposed to be making money from everything we do. So anyway, this is Brotherwork Consumer. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Actually, and another thing too, I'm going to be live streaming on TikTok. I don't know I haven't tried it, haven't done it ever, but I'm gonna try it out, see what's up. It'll be our first time trying to do a live stream on TikTok, so we're gonna see what's popping with that. All right, I'm done with the video as of now. Done with live stream. We're gonna try to jump over to TikTok, see what happens. I'm gonna see if I can do maybe I don't know, Daisy, maybe Gears of War. I'll do Gears of War because it's more like, you know, fast paced, everything's going. You know, y'all like fast paced, crazy shit going on. I don't know if TikTok will be cool with it, but we're gonna see. All right, let's check it out. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace. Bye.